Good evening, everybody. I'm Uther, and today I want to talk about how Microsoft is making their big moves. But before we get started, I want to thank everybody who's been checking out the previous couple of videos. They've been a little bit smaller, but it's because they're a little different than what I'm usually covering. Today I'm going to get back to Microsoft's moves with the Xbox. And the main things I really want to talk about is Game Pass. As a person that's been using Game Pass a lot lately, both on the PC and on Xbox, I've been really enjoying the cross-platforming. I'm not having any major issues using it, whether it's on the phone that I'm recording right now, my computer, or on the Xbox itself. The big thing you want to keep in mind is when you're actually playing on the xCloud side of things that you may often have a little bit of a delay before the game starts up. However, when the game starts, I'm not having any issues whatsoever. And this is in an area where I have a 4G phone and 4G LTE connection from Verizon. And the connection's fantastic. The gameplay is fantastic. I can't complain whatsoever. I urge everyone to try it out. I've done most of my game playing between Outriders and Torchlight. Now, Outriders is not available on PC, so I've only been able to play that on xCloud and on the Xbox Game Pass, and it's been pretty solid. I can't give too much feedback on the xCloud side of it because I was doing other things at the time. I was really just sitting outside watching the kids swimming, and I wasn't in the pool, so I was really playing it. Everything worked out pretty well, and then it did pick up exactly where I left off when I played on the Xbox. The big thing I really switched between all three platforms the most with two games. The first one is going to be Torchlight 3, which is not super popular, but it was something I wanted to test out because it was on all three platforms, and I am a big fan of ARPGs. Felt fine. Was very responsive. No matter what I did, I always left off exactly where I was. And today I did try out Dark Alliance. Not sure how far I'm going to go into it because of the glitches and things like that. However, I tried it on the Xbox first earlier today when I had a few minutes. I literally only started my character and popped in and moved around. And as soon as I installed it on the PC just a little bit ago, I literally popped right in where I had left off. So I'm seeing in the comments that there's no crossplay. However, I am seeing the crossplay. The notes were notating Steam. I believe that's where the error is. I'll have to do some more research, and obviously the game just came out today. But from what I'm seeing, as long as you're on Game Pass under Microsoft, you're going to be able to do crossplay with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I mean, it worked for me, so I don't see how there's any issues. So between E3 and them getting Bethesda as an exclusive, Microsoft's making big moves. Also, I believe, was it Linus that recently just put out a video where he's switching from the XPS over to the Surface Laptop 4. I'm not surprised. I don't know how anybody recommends a Dell XPS or a Dell at all to a standard consumer, because they're not going to be able to go in and remove all that extreme bloat and telemetry issues added on top of the back end with Windows, what causes so many issues on a $2,000 laptop when you can get equal performance at $1,500 on a Surface, and in my opinion, a better device. So it shows big moves. Microsoft is pushing forward very hard, and rumor is, well, actually, it's not even rumor. It is reported that Microsoft is working on their own dongle to rival to give you xCloud on your TV. We're not sure if it's just going to be an xCloud dongle. I highly doubt it. I believe it's going to be a full device that you can use on your TV, but focusing around xCloud. I did a previous video about this, how I believe that Microsoft needs to create an actual platform for televisions, work with Samsung, help Samsung create a new Microsoft themed Android store. Obviously, Android is open source, so Microsoft can do their own store just like Amazon does. Maybe not be as restrictive, and make it all around Xbox. Use the Xbox theme around it and sell it that way, because I know a lot of pushback I've gotten in the comments and from people I talk to at work, it's xCloud, everybody's going to think gaming. Well, if they're trying to target the current consumer growing up, just like what Apple's doing, right? If you look at the younger generation, almost all of them are using Apple devices. So while you and I may not be using Apple devices, those people coming up are. So if Microsoft is doing that, the generation coming up, I mean, my generation being in my late 30s, we're gamers, and the generations as you go back are all gamers. So it is going to be something that's going to help out a lot. And realistically, how much of the market are they really trying to corner? I mean, the Chromecast xCloud and what's already built into the TVs. I mean, Chromecast, Fire Stick, and what's already built into TVs, Roku, and all already have a large market. So it is an area they can kind of push in. They are Microsoft. What the realistic thing is they need to get into either Sony or Samsung to really get this moving. I'm not sure how else they're going to get it going, but at the end of the day, they are really going all in with Game Pass. Game Pass is running really well. I'm really enjoying the day one games and the ability to play cross-platform and switch whatever device I want, get better visuals. On my PC, I went ultra-wide. On the Xbox, I have my 4K display. It's X or S enhanced, so I get a little bit different experience. At the end of the day, I'm going to get either 100 hertz 1440p here, or upstairs I'm going to get 4K 60 hertz on my screen. So it's a pretty solid experience. I'm really enjoying it. It's only going to continue to get better. Obviously, I've done videos on Game Pass before. I did some actual gameplay video that I popped up, and it wasn't really that great, but in reality, I think it does rival GeForce Now. The difference is going to be GeForce Now, you have to own the games. With Game Pass, obviously they're giving you games plus xCloud, so it makes sense for it to be a lot more expensive, and it's going to stay that way for a while until Nvidia or Steam or somebody else comes out with something similar to this. All right, tell me what you guys in the comments. See you next time.